between 1914 and 1918 was 100,444 from a population of just over 1 million. 42% of men of military age served in the New Zealand Expeditionary Force. 16,697 New Zealanders were killed, and a further 41,317 were wounded during the war, a 58% casualty rate. Approximately a further 1,000 died within 5 years of the war's end as a result of injuries sustained.
Well, I thought, climbing slowly out of the slit trench. The shells will catch us above ground now. But if you have to go, you have to go. The others are in trouble and we have to help them. We're in reserve, so we have to go. And if we're shelled, then we're shelled. There's absolutely nothing we can do about it.
Despondency set in early. Many of the men lost faith in the generals. They could see there was no chance of success, even if their commanders couldn't. And they described the life under siege on Gallipoli in all its squalid horror. The bad food, the lice and disease, the terrible wounds and the death which sometimes came suddenly and sometimes lingered.
Among those wounded in the disastrous Gallipoli campaign was a school teacher, a Maori All Black from Otaki, Captain Pirimi Pirarika Tahiwi. On the 6th of August 1915, Pirimi Tahiwi and Captain Roger Danzy led a company of Maori battalion in the Battle of Surrey Bear. For the attack, Tahiwi and Danzy led their men in the famous Trauparaha Haka Kāmate Kāmate as their war cry, as they set about clearing the Turkish trenches. The 500 Maori strong battalion were praised as some of the fiercest fighters in the Gallipoli Peninsula. 6 times that night they uttered a tremendous haka to terrify the Turkish defenders as they charged. The Maori unit was to play its part, advancing in silence with fixed bayonets but empty rifles on a position known as Old Post. They thought this would get them. It did. When they arrived at the first Turkish trench, there was no one in it. Unfortunately, the next day, Captain Pirimi Pirarika Tahiwi was shot in the neck and evacuated to hospital in England. He was one of 89 wounded in the attack.
Another soldier from the Kapiti Armistice area was prominent Ngāti Raukawa leader Rikihana Kākik. He was in the Māori contingent in the New Zealand Pioneer Battalion. He kept a detailed diary throughout the war, which provides great insights into the experiences of Māori soldiers during World War I. At Gallipoli, his machine gun crew were almost all killed or wounded during the attack on Chinook Bear. Rikihana Kākik survived both Gallipoli and the Western Front and returned home an officer.
In the face of appalling experiences, The war brought out in New Zealanders the qualities of endurance, courage, friendship and commitment to a sense of decency and shared values. At home and abroad, they came to see New Zealanders as Kiwis, versatile, practical, and highly praised for their fighting ability and achievements. The Anzacs were underway.